Hello and thanks for tuning in for a brand new season of RTN News. I'm Rachel Williamson.
And I'm Lauren Rotella. And to start off our show today, we're here with the latest in local news.
On Saturday, thousands took the trip to Sea City to participate in the 22nd annual Polar Bear Plunge. Visitors poured into the city for the entire week leading up to the event. But this was no summer vacation. Participants faced ocean water that was a chilling 21 degrees, with a wind chill making it feel like 3. Wildwood, who held their polar plunge in January, seemed quite cozy in comparison. They faced temperatures around 50 degrees. Participants enjoyed the event, the goosebumps leading to a good time.
2 Villanova University students were put in jail on Monday from being linked with LSD overdoses during the weekend at the mainline campus. Hospital treatment was required for 4 university students, including one of those that was arrested for being in a drug-induced state. The students arrested are only 18 and 19 years old, holding almost $9,000 in cash, 37 tablets of LSD, and an envelope of marijuana in their dorm room. They are being held at George W. Hill Correctional Facility in Delaware County with a $50,000 bail each.
On Friday, 2 women were indicted after allegedly setting a house on fire in an attempt to kidnap a child. The act took place at Lafayette Court in Washington Township back in early December. Lynette McGuire, 32, and Denise Coyle, 34, of Ben Salem aimed to kidnap McGuire's 3-year-old daughter, who is currently living with her siblings at her grandparents' home. Both women were placed in jail and faced a $100,000 bail. Charges include burglary, attempted kidnapping, and arson.
Rowan University is preparing to take the next step in expanding its campus and is planning on creating a medical school campus in Atlantic City. This would allow medical programs to grow and possibly reach a new student base. Rowan and Stockton said the program would expand access to medical education, address projected physician shortages in the state, and make a medical degree more affordable. Rowan trustees are set to vote Wednesday on a possible study to explore an Atlantic City partnership between the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine and Atlantic Care. But before we can even think about Atlantic City, or any shorefort for that matter, we're going to have to make it past these winter months. So let's turn to Jashanti Pittman for this week's weather.
Thank you. Today it is rainy with a high of 59 and a low of 30 degrees. Tomorrow it will be partly cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 26. Don't worry, because the sun will come out on Thursday with a high of 38 and with a low of 23. This weekend it will continue to be cloudy, starting with Friday with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 35, leading into Sunday with a high of 52 degrees and a low of 36 degrees. It's still cold, but not as cold, I feel like.
It's feeling like spring today.
It feels like spring, but last night you never know because it was snowing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You're never 100% sure nowadays.
It's brutal.
You can't tell if it's winter or what we're getting into. So everyone bundle up. Prepare for the worst. That's all I have to say.
Well, coming up after the break, we've got your entertainment update, so stay right with us.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Packers, Viking, Packers, Viking, Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan,
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
downtown,
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live.
our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Bring this one.
Welcome back. Right now we head over to Summer to hear the latest in entertainment.
Thanks, guys. 17 Rowan University students joined professional performers in Natazake Shange's Korapum for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. The production on Saturday night in the Flieger Concert Hall combined poetry, dance, song to depict the life of a colored female living in the 20th century. The show was a part of Rowan's Black History Month and was sponsored by the Multicultural Center in Rowan's Office of Social Justice, Inclusion, and Conflict Resolution. Shange's Korapum opened on Broadway back in 1976 and was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Play. Rowan University graduates returned to perform at the 46th Annual Rowan Jazz Festival closing night concert. The musical reunion on Friday night in the Flieger Concert Hall showcased 5 Department of Music alumni performing together as an ensemble. The evening also featured Rowan's Lab Band and Jazz Band, led by faculty member Dennis de Blasio and George Rabbi. The 5 alums also shared their talent during the daytime sessions presented as part of the festival on the 10th and 11th. Rowan University students will be able to shake, twist, and slide across the dance floor while donating to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. The dance marathon on February 29th, which starts at 9 p.m. until 3 a.m. in the Recreation Center, will chase the goal of a $15,000 donation for the hospital. The event is sponsored by the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals and hosted by the Inter-Greek Council at Rowan. Registration for the marathon takes place right up until the event, and the donation period ends on Monday, February 29th at noon. While New York Fashion Week rocks the Big Apple, Philly Fashion Week kicks in a high styling gear. The fashion show starts now through Saturday the 20th and will feature runway shows, fashion mixers, and more celebrating local designers. The event, sponsored by FBH Talent and Modeling Agency, will be held at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, and tickets will start at $30. Now we have Samantha Berenberg at Prophecy's Valentine's Day show.
Valentine's Day, while bitterly cold, was made a little bit warmer by Rowan University's a cappella group Prophecy, who went around Glassboro giving Valentine's Day serenades.
One of my favorite parts about doing the Valentine's Day Gram is the fact that we're helping out within what I feel Valentine's Day is all about, and that's spreading love.
Each serenade cost $10 for 2 songs, and then $4 for each additional song. While the person buying the serenade couldn't choose which songs were sung, they were guaranteed a show. Prophecy had plenty of songs from their repertoire, including a mashup of Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon and Pink's Raise Your Glass. There were classic love songs as well, such as In the Still of the Night by the 5 Satins, Prophecy chose what songs to sing based on the relationship of the giver to the receivers. Oftentimes, it was couples, but friends and family got in on the action as well.
My favorite part about Valentine's Day Grams is the look on people's faces, especially when someone has gotten us as a surprise. It's just really cool to knock on someone's door and have a dozen guys walk into their room and just start singing. It's a really neat experience.
Prophecy continued serenading people for 4 hours on Valentine's Day, bringing cheer to countless couples, families, and friends. From Rowan University campus, this has been Samantha Berenberg with RTN News.
That's crazy.
So what do you guys think? Are they pitch perfect?
I think they're pitch perfect. I didn't get serenaded.
I would love
by
that.
Then, but I think it'd be awesome. One of my girlfriends it was her birthday on Valentine's Day, and a whole group of them just came out and killed it.
Oh, that's
a little
so
jealous.
cute.
So what'd you guys do on Valentine's Day?
I went to the movies, actually.
Really?
So,
Yeah, I watched a movie at home, so kind of.
There you go.
Yeah, that was nice because it was freezing. So.
Being nice, comfy, cozy. It's
Yeah.
my brother's birthday, so we got to have dinner, chocolates, and cake. So
That works.
no complaints. But now for more local news. The flu is continuing to spread around the nation and is beginning to take over Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. According to the most recent CDC report, there are confirmed cases of influenza within the tri-state area. The virus is widespread in New York and could be an indication of what is coming our way. The flu can be mild or severe, and experts still say there is time to receive the flu vaccination. It takes 2 weeks for the antibodies to develop in the body to protect you against the flu.
Sharks have been spotted off the coast of Florida. Just 700 feet from the Palm Beach County shore, over 10,000 black-tipped sharks were seen. Florida Atlantic University professor Stephen Kajora says that he has visits from the species and it's not unusual. They may have been known to migrate to Miami and Fort Lauderdale area winters before. Kajora tagged over 30 sharks and is hoping to get a better idea of their migration patterns.
The norovirus, also known as the stomach flu, has plagued a Pennsylvania college campus. Ursinus College in Montgomery County canceled classes Thursday and told students to go home after over 200 cases of the stomach flu were reported to officials. The dining hall was considered a major danger zone, but the college used their time wisely and sanitized the entire campus. The dining hall passed a health inspection Saturday, and the college was open for classes on Monday. Most symptoms were reported to last 12 to 24 hours. A student from Lehigh University who traveled abroad over break has tested positive for the Zika virus. The virus is spread mostly by mosquitoes, but the kind are not particularly common in our area. This now adds to the 66 cases of the virus in the United States, 3 of which are in our tri-state area. Students are not too concerned as they have learned the virus is not as contagious as people may believe. The student, who remains nameless, that contracted the virus is reported to have recovered. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge may have disappeared from your social media streams, but those suffering from the disease are still very much affected. Joe Swider of ATGO is currently suffering from the incurable disease. Paralyzed from the neck down, Joe's care costs $4,000 a week, which, up until last year, was covered by the local plumbers union. Now that nursing cost isn't covered by Joe's insurance, a GoFundMe page has been created to help the family with the cost. The page has already raised over $40,000.
I think it's almost necessary to always bring up the Ice Bucket Challenge when you talk about ALS, and I think they did an amazing job of just bringing awareness, even for myself.
No matter even if you know somebody or not. I mean, I know my grandfather, he passed away from ALS, and it's crazy because it takes your entire body and just breaks it down. So the fact that we're raising awareness is pretty awesome.
And using a social media platform in a positive way is always great news to hear, since there is a lot of negative things that we can hear sometimes. So good on this GoFundMe page and helping the cause.
We got to keep it up. Well, coming up after the break, we're giving you the latest in national news, so don't go away.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back to the show. And now for more national news, a Disney cruise ship rescued 12 Cuban migrants from an unstable vessel in the Caribbean on Sunday. A Coast Guard spokesman in Miami says the crew of the Disney Wonder spotted the migrants southeast of Cuban Petty Officer John Paul Rios, said the cruise ship took migrants to its next port of call on Sunday in the Cayman Islands. Fortunately, there were no reported injuries, but Rios said cruise ships have agreed to notify Coast Guard if they see any migrants on dangerous ships at sea and to rescue them if necessary.
A photo taken in a Pennsylvania school is gaining national attention, and not in a good way. The photo, labeled unpatriotic, shows one boy standing on the American flag while another makes a vulgar gesture. Social media users are furious, and the Richland School District replied by saying that the students' actions do not reflect the school, and they thank everyone who helped to make them aware of the situation so that it may be resolved.
A New York Community College baseball pitcher is found dead after vanishing from a party. The 19-year-old freshman in Syracuse, New York, was last seen leaving an off-campus party early on Sunday, according to the county sheriff's office. His roommate reported him missing Sunday afternoon, and he was located following an extensive search by police and campus security near the college's baseball and softball fields. Officials confirmed on Monday, and police are still investigating the cause of the boy's death.
On Thursday, a Pennsylvania teenager pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in the death of her own mother. 14-year-old Jamie Sylvanek cooperated along with her 21-year-old boyfriend, Caleb Barnes. The two met with the girl When the girl was just 13 and her boyfriend 20, her mother tried to break up the relationship, which initiated text messages from her daughter and boyfriend that plotted to kill her. While driving the couple to a concert, the two committed the murder and buried the body several miles from her home. Sovanek faces a minimum sentence of 35 years. Now let's turn things over to Steven Rodriguez, who has the latest in Rowan athletics.
Thanks, guys. The Rowan University women's basketball team fell into a three-way tie for third place after dropping their last two games coming into Saturday's matchup. It appeared to just be a bump in the road, however, as the Profs got back on track with an 82-68 victory against Rutgers Newark. Caitlin Showstorm led the charge with 31 points, while Melissa Lake and Anissa Sanchez also each added 12 points in the convincing win. Ariana Williams scored 24 points in her senior night for the Scarlet Raiders, but it wasn't enough as the Lady Profs won a much-needed game. They take on the William Patterson Pioneers Wednesday night for a chance to win their share of the NJAC championship. For the men's basketball team, they lost their matchup against Rutgers Newark 69-63, bringing their overall record to 9-15 on the season. Nick DePersia led all scorers with 16 points as Ben Hills added 12 points off the bench. Josh McDaniel led all scorers for the Scarlet Knights with 23 points. Rowan's Nick DePersia also was named NJAC Rookie of the Week this week after averaging 20 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. He scored 24 points in an overtime victory against the Montclair State Redhawks that included a shot he made with 53 seconds left in an overtime victory to secure the win. In men's track, Rowan University's indoor track athlete Sam Meneglia won the Hemplathon at Kutztown midweek multi this past Thursday. Meneglia scored 4,197 points at Kutztown University, which is a new program record. He broke his previous mark of 3,487 points, which he scored earlier this season. And now to Cody with more about the Rowan hockey team.
On Saturday night, the Rowan Profs took on the William Patterson Pioneers from the Ice Vault in Wayne, New Jersey in an ACHA Division II matchup. The Pioneers put up 5 goals in the first period, and it all started with a shorthanded goal from Daniel Sabato. Adam Papadopoulos cashed in on the second goal after catching goalie Mike DeFilippis out of position. Ryan Ertman and Tyler Steimel were able to put the puck in the back of the net for the next 2 goals, and then Daniel Sabato would get goal number 2 on the day in the first period. The Pioneers led in shots on goal 15-14 through the first 20 minutes. The Profs would find some hope after the first intermission with a goal from forward Corey Geringer. But then the Pioneers tacked on 2 more with goals from Ryan Ertman and Nicholas Brown. With no goals in the third period, the final score was 7-1 in favor of the Pioneers. As far as the power play was concerned, William Patterson converted on 1 of 4 chances, while Rowan was 0 for 2. For the Profs, goaltender Michael DeFilippis saved 22 of 29 shots, while Gary Shopler saved 35 of 36 for the Pioneers.
So the Profs lose their regular season finale. Up next for the Profs will be the MAC tournament coming up next week. First they'll have a matchup with Ryder in the divisional semifinal. You can catch it at livestream.com/RTNCH5/RTN Sports. Reporting for RTN Channel 5, I'm Cody Decker.
I mean, tough loss by the hockey team, right?
I know, that's brutal.
I know, but it's only 1 week.
Yeah.
We come back. Now on the desk here, who do we have? We have Flyers fans or we have Devils fans?
I'm a Devils fan.
Devils fan.
Gotta be from North Jersey. You gotta be from way up top.
I was watching the game with some Devils fans 2 days ago. I wasn't happy about it.
I root for the Rangers, but the Devils are the way to go. We all know.
All right, we'll see what happens this season. It'll be here before you know it, prime time.
Yeah, well, the hockey team and RTN's broadcast has been getting so many unique viewers, hundreds and hundreds of viewers from outside of the country even, just tuning in to watch the game. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great for them and the whole, RTN program.
We're spreading around.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Well, now it's time to check out what Vina Marie Pizzo is asking students for this week's Rowan Opinion.
Hey everyone, it's Vina Marie Pizzo here at Rowan University with RTN News. Today I am getting everyone's opinions on the new 3-year bachelor degree program offered here at Rowan. Some students love it, some students hate it. We're about to find out what they think. See, you're all bundled up. How would you like to avoid maybe one winter and get your Rowan degree in 3 years?
I would love to have my degree in 3 years. It would save me so much money, and it would also avoid the cold here because it's freezing and it snows all the time. And reigns, and I'm over that by now.
Jocelyn?
Yeah, I think I would too. I think that it's worth the sacrifice staying year-round. Definitely, you cut off a whole year from the whole college process.
I would actually do it too. I mean, even if that meant having to stay here over the summer.
Here I have with me Kurt, a Rowan student. Kurt, what year are you?
I am a senior.
Okay. Kurt, if you could go back to freshman year, is this something that you would consider for yourself?
If this was offered my freshman year, honestly, I don't see who wouldn't take it, so I would definitely take it my freshman year.
Okay, great to know. Thanks, Kurt. Hey, Sean, I don't know if you're aware, but Rowan University is offering a new 3-year bachelor's degree that's going to save 25% overall on costs and fees. What do you think about that?
I think it's a better idea because a lot of people can't really afford to go to school all 4 years. And, I mean, 3 years, like, it may be more coursework, but in the end, it'll just help cut it down, like, the cost, so.
Okay, there we have it. Well, that was a great feel with our very own Rowan students' opinions here at Rowan. Now back to RTN News with the latest news and updates.
Well, being a victory lap senior, 5
I know,
years,
it's
I should say.
hard.
I mean, you're finishing in about half the time.
I know. But if there was no fees or anything like that, I would think you like the 4 years just because you feel it's like your last time to be a kid.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of responsibilities too much yet. Fees
Yeah.
aside, I think I would keep the 4.
But it's almost necessary for that option. I mean,
when it's almost necessary.
tuition
To get
is
the
skyrocketing, but Rowan,
It's
you know,
crazy.
we take it easy on you a little bit compared to others. I think.
Exactly. At least we're in state for something. Most of us.
Yeah,
Most of us
right.
were in state.
Well, that ends our show here today. Thank you for watching. I'm Rachel Williamson.
And I'm Lauren Rotella. Have a great week, Rowan.